Wait, this isn't another productivity hack. This is a pattern interrupt for your brain, for your attention, and for your energy. Sometimes life feels like it's full of way too many choices and none of them seem right for you. On one hand, you're saying yes to too many things, and on the other hand, you're saying no or creating boundaries and you feel guilty. You're trying to do the right thing, but most of the time it's exhausting trying to figure out what that even means in the moment. I get it, and I've been there. I'm a wife, I'm a mom of 5. I worked in schools, I've led teams, and I continue to help women build focus and peace into their work and life without burning out or selling out, all while doing the same thing for myself. So today, let me give you 5 mental models that have changed how I work, rest, and make decisions. Again, these are not random tips. They're tools I have used again and again to create a space in my head and a peace and energy in my life. I learned what I share from real life, juggling schedules, trying to make smart choices, and learning the hard way what actually works or when I need to regroup. I value your time and mine, so let's start with mental model number 1. Hey everyone, it's Takia from Deep Work Haven. All right, first tool, the compass table. Use this model when you're trying to make a big decision, but values, options, or your direction feels a little blurry. Picture a 4-leg table, a wooden table, or any table for that matter. Right in the middle is a compass. Now that table only stands if all 4 legs are solid. Each leg represents a non-negotiable in your life. I'm going to go with integrity, alignment, legacy, and peace. So the tabletop is the opportunity, and the compass in the center is your long-term vision or your real reason for whatever it is that you're doing or pursuing. So when a decision comes up, ask yourself these important questions. Does this decision sit stable on my 4 legs? Even if one leg is shaky, say the opportunity goes against your integrity, then the whole table wobbles. And I'm not talking about the dance. It signals don't move forward. Then look at the compass and ask, is this pointing in the same direction as my deeper purpose? If it's just spinning, or worse, moving in a direction towards someone else's dream, which often happens as well, it's a no, or at least not right now. Here are some actionable steps for the compass table model. Pick one decision you've been dragging your feet on, list 4 non-negotiables, then test it. Does it sit stable? Does it point north? And if you find that your answers are affirmative, then you're probably moving in the right direction. If it's the opposite, then you've been made aware, something you might want to look into. Let's get into model number 2, the doorway practice. Let me share something that changed how I deal with overwhelm. Your mind is like a house, and every single day people show up knocking, carrying their stress, their chaos, their urgent now. And most of us answer every knock. We let it all in. Then we wonder why the house feels so congested and packed. You're suffocating. This model, the doorway practice, is a shift where your attention is the front door in your inner home. Whatever you let in lives with you. It camps out in your mental living room, eating your butter crunch popcorn on your comfy couch. It eats up the space you need for peace and purpose. So this practice is simple. Ask yourself, who's been knocking today? And even better, what do I actually want living in my house? This is us being intentional with our inner space and getting to choose who gets to sit on our couch and eat our butter popcorn. I started doing this when I realized other people's chaos was setting the tone for my whole day. When I realized something was off, I started to ask myself, what did I let in my house today? Or what's helping me keep peace? What's causing me more problems? Here are some actionable steps for the doorway practice. Take a deep breath right now and ask, who's been knocking at my door today? If it's all noise and no nourishment, maybe it's time to be a little bit more selective about who gets past the front door. Have you ever felt like you were always starting something, but you're never quite finishing? You're never quite sticking with it, sticking through to the end. Like you've got half-written plans, half-cleaned rooms, half-finished thoughts even. Imagine a basketball. If you bounce it hard, it hits the floor, right? It jumps back up, and then slowly the bounce fades, unless you bounce it again right away. That's the bounce cycle. And it feels like momentum, but it's not actually. It's what happens when your energy keeps starting but never gets a chance to settle. You're stuck in a loop. You start, maybe you second guess yourself, maybe someone gives you a critique, you scroll, you restart, you stop, repeat the cycle. Never getting deep enough into anything to gain traction, really. This shows up most when you've got perfectionism, decision fatigue, or too many tabs open in your life. To break the loop, don't continue pushing through. That's not going to work. You will need a behavioral bridge. That's why I made this video. Give me 3 minutes and I'll fix your focus. It's just a small mental switch to help you break that bounce cycle fast, bringing your focus into a rhythm. Watch it after this. Here's some actionable steps for the bounce cycle. Catch yourself mid-bounce. That means you're going to have to be aware. Do one small next step thing without switching. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for done. 80% done. Let your brain finish the bounce and finally land. Your goal is to get into a rhythm that will create momentum so that you can continue until completion and not fall short somewhere along the line. This one helps when you're always working but not really moving. The lever and the ladder asks, am I doing what lifts me or just what keeps me busy? Let's say you're a mom juggling 40 things, meals, work, errands, trying to build something of your own on the side. You check off 20 boxes a day, but at night you're still asking, what did I actually do today? That's climbing a ladder made of busy work. You're moving, but not moving up. You're busy, but you're not accomplishing real things. Now, imagine you create a 30-minute response block for emails instead of answering them all day long. That's a lever. It lifts a whole chunk of your time without spending a lot of energy. Or, try this. You batch 3 dinners on Sunday instead of cooking from scratch every night. Another lever. Small shift, big lift. These give you a space to climb your real ladder. Not the busy one. Fake. It looks like it. It's a sort of a mirage. It's like launching your course, finishing that certification, or finally getting your business plan off the page. Here's the thing though. You need both. The levers help you lift, while the ladders help you climb. But neither works without a direction worth reaching for. So it's all about working smart, not just hard, and it encourages strategic routines that leverage systems to protect your energy and create progress. Here's a quick, actionable step for the lever and the ladder. What's one lever you can pull today that takes less than 2 minutes, but gives you back some momentum? Do that first. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait for permission from someone. Ladder or lever? Choose one today. Model 5 is the mirror. This model is especially good in parenting, tough conversations, and even with content creation. So imagine you have this 2-sided mirror that flips. One side shows you, the other side shows whoever you're dealing with. When triggered, annoyed, or ready to react, before you respond, you pause. Flip the mirror and ask yourself 2 questions. What might be happening on their side of the story? So here's where you're reflecting on what's going on with them. Flip it. What is this triggering in me? Am I over-responding or am I under-protecting myself? Then, with that introspection, respond, create, or reset. Why does this work? This helps you lead with wisdom instead of emotion. It builds emotional intelligence and reduces regrets. This is next level reflection. You protect your recovery, you sharpen your focus, and you avoid knee-jerk reactions that burn bridges. And believe me, we all know about burning a bridge or two. It could be devastating. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. Model 1 was the compass table. This model was about setting direction and testing alignment, which focuses your intentions and helps you assess decisions based on values, right? We had focus and assessment. Model 2 was the doorway practice. This model helps you manage your inner space by regularly checking who and what is draining or nourishing you. Model 3 was the bounce cycle. This model is best used when you want to try and gain your momentum, because you continually start things and don't finish them. So it helps with your focus as well as your momentum. Model 4, the lever and the ladder. So this is about working smart, not just hard. It encourages strategic routines that leverage systems to protect energy and creates progress. Model 5 was the mirror switch. This is an emotional intelligence tool that creates space between stimulus and response. It's great for inner alignment and perfect for daily check-ins or conflict recovery. If any of those 5 models hit a little too close to home, good. That means you're paying attention. Productivity isn't about squeezing more out of yourself. It's about reclaiming your attention, your energy, and your right to build a life that feels like yours again. These mental models aren't just hacks. They're invitations to think differently, to treat yourself differently, and to finally start creating instead of just reacting. So if you're ready to build from a better place, I've got more for you. Start with this video right here. It's the reset button you didn't know you needed. Or if you're new here, hit subscribe and stick around. Deep Work Haven is where we build slowly, but we build well. One intentional shift at a time. Come back soon. Check out some more videos. I'll see you later.